So this week's Pokemon Horizons episode, we saw a brand new team member for Liko. She returned to the Paldean wilderness where the gang visited previously with Rarefort, and they met her old friend Charcadet in the ruins. A capture that we've been all crying out for. So with this capture, Liko now has 4 Pokemon, which means we are edging ever closer to that full 6-on-6 battle at the end of the series. So today I'm going to be talking about the possibility of a Liko vs Roy full 6-on-6 battle to wrap up this series. Let's get into it and I hope you enjoy. But firstly, let's talk about that last capture. Charcadet is such a cool addition to Liko's team. We have all been screaming for ages for Armor Rouge to get added to Horizons, and with the capture, the possibility is very much there. Also, the parallel to Amethio's Ceruledge and the rivalry that Liko and Amethio have shared throughout the series already, it just fits so well with everything going on. And I gotta say, the capture moment was perfect, with Charcadet defending Liko, acting as her brave knight, while riding his noble steed, which in this case was Terapagos. This reminded me of an old school capture where the Pokemon and trainer bond begins with a leap into battle, and I just really loved it. So Liko now has 4 Pokemon on hand: Meowscarada, Hattrem, Terapagos and Charcadet. Only 2 more Pokemon to give her that sweet 6 that is needed. It wasn't always clear that Horizons would go for 6 Pokemon, especially as for so long we only had 2 for each main character. But this time skip seems to have changed the rules, with Roy even getting himself a Lucario off screen. The teams are looking pretty stacked, with Liko also owning a legendary. I think Roy vs Liko is a battle that has been shown quite a few times now throughout the series. They have this rivalry, they set off at the same time and they both grew together. I thought Horizons episode 67, the battle at the school, the final test of their terrestrial course, was one of the best battles and episodes in the series. So this is a battle that is so important and would only make sense for it to be the ceremonial battle, the final battle of the series in a giant clash of a 6-on-6. The Ash vs Paul, the Ash vs Gary, I can see this taking that spot. It's weird though because we have no idea who would win. It seems Roy is stronger at the moment, and with both of them being main characters, who would the writers favour? I feel like as Roy won the school battle and Liko really is the main character, I think she would pick up this final win if it were to happen, but really anything could happen. So why would they even battle? Last time it was a school tournament test thing, so the circumstances demanded it, but I don't think we even really need any crazy tournament or reason for this. I think it could just happen. How cool would this be to be fought atop the brave Asagi with all the crew watching, thinking back to how far they've came and all the memories that they've spent together. Just a perfect setting for these two to clash one last time. Of course, I'd love a Pokemon League or tournament to end the series off, and I think there is a high chance of that actually happening. So there is another option that these two meet in the finals, which would also be super cool. So we can only wait and see, but the Horizons writers seem to know exactly what the fans want to see. They are making some hype decisions and they just keep surprising us. So at the moment, Roy has 3 Pokemon, not including Captain Pikachu, because no doubt in my mind that Cap will return to Freed once he returns from hiding. Roy has Crocodile, Kilowattrel and Lucario. I think we can go ahead and add the Black Rayquaza in there to be Roy's legendary to match Liko's Terapagos. Maybe not fair in terms of power, but we kind of know this one is coming. Roy already semi-caught it and got its approval. He just needs to fully earn its trust and properly catch it next time. So that basically leaves 2 Pokemon needed for both Liko and Roy. I mean, it could really be anything. They could catch any Pokemon from now until the end of the series. But one that we've got a free hit with is Gimmighoul, and therefore Goldengo. We already see Roy collecting the coins in 2 separate episodes, and next week's episode has Gimmighoul aboard the brave Asagi. This man's team will be absolute nuts with Goldengo and Rayquaza. He could potentially snag that Sandy Shocks that he befriended in Area 0. For Liko, it's a bit harder. I could see her getting a Mega Evolution to parallel Lucario, and I think Mega Altaria would possibly suit her really well. It just fits her design and her nature, so why not? I also do think there is a possibility that this battle, they could use some of the 6 hero Pokemon. That would save them having to actually own a full team of 6. For example, Liko could use Arboliva and Roy could use Kleavor, both Pokemon that fit their teams really well. But this isn't a team prediction video, so I won't pick full teams for both, but please let me know what you think. What Pokemon could we see for these 6-on-6 battles? But Horizons has the chance to do the unthinkable with this battle. We've never really had this. Usually it's Ash slogging down his rival of that series. I think the most notable stray away from the typical formula was Ash versus Kukui, which set that parent and child sort of dynamic. And we have something similar here with a close bond between these two trainers where they both started from nowhere and they grew together, battling alongside each other and testing each other. Horizons is just peak, what can I say? If we are to get this 6-on-6 battle, we are in for a real treat. Thanks for watching. Give me your thoughts on the possibility of a LIKO vs ROY 6-on-6 battle. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.